Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TeaDB bringing you guys episode 198.
That's a lot of episodes.
That is a lot of episodes. And today we have a tea from Teaful. Thank you, Jason Chang, for sending us a bunch of stuff. I have only had this tea, which is their High Mountain Black Tea from Taiwan. But as you can see, it was up to, I don't know, here or so. So I've been drinking through this 6 or 7 times.
Oh, wow. So you must... I have not had this yet. This is one of the things of samples that I forwarded over to Denny. So you must like this tea a fair amount.
Yeah, smell that. It smells insanely sweet.
Ooh, that's interesting.
It's a super fruity, tangy, sweet,
almost beany
black tea. It's really... And it has all those sort of Taiwan high mountain fresh, crisp roots in it. And it also has a sort of a blend of, I think, a little bit of kind of hinting at those sort of Oriental Beauty, Guifei Mairen, sweeter summer notes too. And so the first time I brewed this, I used what I would consider normal black tea steeping amounts, which would be probably about that much.
So he's just covering the very bottom of the gallon.
Yeah, in the cup, maybe a little bit higher. But as it turns out, this tea brews out, I think, much more like a wooey. And so
it's a little bit more forgiving.
You can really
punch in it.
Yeah, and as a result of using a lot more leaf, you can get some really enduring steepings out of this. So I'm going ham.
This is a lot of leaf for you.
Yeah, on a black tea, but it's gonna work out really well actually.
All right.
So
you would not recommend these parameters necessarily for your average black tea?
No.
Okay.
I would not. And we'll give this a rinse. I've actually been drinking the rinses. It's definitely good enough, but we'll just give this a quick rinse and dive closer into the steeping here. So I rinsed that a lot longer than I will be steeping it. And spilling a little bit. It's part of the tea thing. It's got an aroma-wise. It's got that sort of. It kind of hints at more of those corn sweet black tea smells now, right?
Definitely, it smells more like what I would expect now.
Yeah,
a little bit of Yunani,
exactly,
as you describe it.
Exactly. So that's it.
Okay.
Right. Boom. And this will flash brew out for 9 to 12 steepings.
Okay. So really good longevity for a black tea.
Right.
Part of that might be because if it is indeed high mountain tea, stuff like Alishan will brew longer than your lower elevation type stuff.
Yeah. So let's give it a shot. Dive right in.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Not quite there yet in terms of the roundness of the texture. It's hinting at those black tea tastes. It definitely tastes like a black tea, right? But I think hopefully we'll get into some of the evolution of this tea in a bit, and it's gonna change up on us pretty rapidly. So
yeah, a little bit of cocoa. It is a little bit light for this initial infusion.
But I'm not gonna brew it any longer. We're using so much leaf. So that's about as quick.
It's a very fast infusion.
Yeah. Go ahead and get in here again. This is a really smooth tea. This is a really forgiving tea when it comes to brewing. You can't use this much leaf and then brew it for a long time, though. It will taste gross.
Yeah, so use common sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But
if you use a lot of leaf, don't go for too long. If you use not too much leaf, make sure you brew it for a while.
Exactly. So, but
cheers, guys.
So almost the exact same amount of steeping time, but texturally
sweet. Yeah, more texture.
Right.
Kind of got that corn vibe going on now.
Yeah. But yeah, very sweet. I'm going to give it just a second longer this time, but not much.
Yeah, you guys have all requested more black tea reviews and teas that are not poor. So here you guys go. This is a recommended tea from Denny.
Yeah, and I just can't get over how wonderful the aroma is on this tea.
Reminds me a bit actually of the Taiwanese black that we had on a few months ago from Emilio, the Shancha, the mountain tea.
Yeah, all of these black teas from Taiwan seem to carry in that roasted Oriental Beauty Gui Fei Mai Ren sweetness, right?
That's sort of like honey-ish.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Even more texture, honey, more of that corn. This one I'd say has been pretty steady, steep by steep.
Yes.
It's deepened a little bit in its body, but it hasn't changed a whole lot flavor wise.
Yeah. You know what I'm actually noticing, because I think this is the most leaf I've used with this tea so far, and correct me if I'm wrong, James, but there's really no tannin or anything like that going on.
No, not at all.
No mouth puckering or dryness.
There's no mouth pucker. My mouth is very sweet right now.
Right. But I think using more leaf is bringing out more of those sort of essential black tea flavors. I think if I were going to brew this again, maybe the sweet spot would be pulling out like
a little bit.
Yeah, like a quarter of this, losing some tea. Material though is looking really great. A little green. You can kind of definitely see the greenness, but with some like nice red in there too. You know, a nice big. Let's see if we can get this on camera here, but nice big leaves.
Yeah.
Come on.
And I wonder.
Fingers.
And this is a tea that you enjoyed when you steeped it with more of your normal black tea parameters as well.
Yeah, but it was different. It was. I think it was a little bit underwhelming. It was. Okay. It had this really sweet front to it, and it was a bit more fruity in that with those parameters. Let's see if we can get this opened up finally. But
wow,
nice
big leaf,
big leaves,
really.
High quality. I don't know if they're machine picked or not. It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
they don't have much scuffing around the edges.
I would not want to sit next to that leaf in the airplane. Take up the whole seat.
Need an extra seatbelt. We're gonna talk about weight distribution of airplanes and fatism. Yeah. Cheers! No, we're not talking about that.
Cheers, guys.
I think the corn sweetness is dying off a little bit, and now we're getting into a little bit of a change of pace. Nothing extreme, and still is maintaining its consistency, but
and considering the amount of time that you're steeping this, and if you were to reboil the water, I think we would. I mean, it's clear that this tea will go on for quite a while under these parameters.
Absolutely, yeah. And so I'm not gonna reboil the water because the tea is still plenty strong. So I'm just gonna extend the steeping just a little bit. This might be an oversteep. We'll see.
Doesn't look like it from the color.
Yeah, the color has maintained itself quite well. Not crazy dark. It's not like it's suddenly blood red. And just it's kind of like those Yunnan flavors, but just softened and a little sweeter, a bit more palatable. I think this is a great introductory tea. It won't give you it's not going to give you a great appreciation for what the black tea category looks like in as like a whole, but it'll familiarize you with some of those flavors. And this is just such a soft, palatable,
very friendly
sweet tea that.
So this would be great for the mom test.
It would be a great mom test.
Yeah.
Do we have a blog post about the mom test?
No, but I think the mom test is very intuitive. Yeah.
Cheers.
Still going plenty strong. I don't think it was an oversteep at all. Still not picking up on much tannins.
So I'm going to go ahead and boil the water, and we'll give this one last really intense steeping.
All right.
And see how it goes. So, but, I'm going to go ahead and just give this a recommendation. I thought this was a great tea, good enough to bring onto the show. Teaful, I'm assuming it's teaful.com. Actually, it's not listed on the card.
Google Teaful.
Yeah, you can email Jason, though. Jason.shenchin Oh shit! I don't know how to pronounce that.
Jason dot. So it's spelled SHENCHIR, then .chang@gmail.com.
Sorry, Jason, for butchering your middle name.
Yeah, you could just Google Jason Chang Teaful.
Leave a comment below and we'll get you in touch with them too. I'm sure, Jason, if you're watching this, you can find those folks who are commenting on the video who want to grab your tea.
And thank you, Jason, for this very generous bag.
Not only was this a generous bag, but there's a lot of other stuff that I've enjoyed this so much. I've just been drinking every day for a week.
Yep.
So I haven't, I guess since last Tuesday. So
Great.
I haven't experienced the other teas yet, but
okay, so
probably pretty good.
So high hopes if they live up to this High Mountain black tea.
Yeah. And I'm assuming that Jason's catalog is only Taiwanese.
I think so. I took a quick look at their stuff right before the show, and it looked like they just had a few teas, a couple from each category, like a green oolong and a black tea.
Yeah. So, if this tea is as good as it is, then those other teas probably are pretty great. So, cheers, guys. Interesting. Texturally, I think it's a little bit lighter, actually. I think I almost could have steeped it a little bit longer. And almost like a little bit more black tea smoky.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I'm getting more sort of like that silk texture out of this one. Sort of that, I don't know. I get this for some teas, and especially black teas, I notice I get it, but...
Really a wonderful tea.
Still very sweet.
Yeah.
Very friendly flavors.
Yeah, absolutely. And this isn't going to be the craziest tea that you've ever had, and that's not the purpose of this tea. So set your expectations correctly for this one. But with that being said, this is a great tea that I would include in sort of the daily drinking category for me. Friendly, it's smooth, it's delightful every time I've had it so far.
It tastes good.
It's kind of hard to mess up. So all great things for a daily drinker. So again, check out Teaful. Google those guys. Google Jason. Check out his teas. This wins my recommendation for sure. And James, if folks want to learn more about tea in general,
you guys should first subscribe down below to our channel if you guys are watching this on the YouTubes. Otherwise, check us out at TeaDB.org. Lots of videos. We are on episode 198, which means that 197 episodes with Denny came before this one. So if this is your first video, go check those out. We have some more supplementary content as well, articles, some other videos as well. So check those out as well if they are to your interest. Hit that like button as well, and we will see you guys next time.
cheers.